Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So before I get into this today, guys, I want to say thank you so much for the outpouring of support. As some of you guys know, I have spent the last 2 days on set of my latest short film. I am a writer and director, and recently I've been working on my latest short film, and so many of you guys are so great. Asking me questions, wondering when it's going to be released, what's it called, telling me to follow my dreams to make that feature film one day. Well, guys, I will keep you posted on the progress, especially with the feature. That is the biggie for me. I am already in the pre-production stages, working on finding the money for the budget. This thing is a process, right? Just like investing in crypto, it is a process. Anyway, here's a shot of my director of photography and our red camera rig. Sweet. Anyways, guys, this is the market today. Bitcoin 9,600, XRP trading at about 25.5 cents. The market cap is down to 248.6 billion. And we got XRP here on the daily, still hovering in this zone, okay? Roughly trading between 24.5 and 26.5 approximately, just vacillating in here, right? We saw a bit of a pop. But here's what one analyst is saying. This is from Pentoshi, okay, on Twitter. Crypto analyst says XRP poised for a 60% bounce off major support. And so this is from Pentoshi on Twitter. XRP, I'm ready to stop being bearish. Bias has changed, notes on charts. Historical level dating back to 2014 on Polo chart. Sellers losing momentum, target at 4K. Fireworks incoming. And so what he is suggesting here, if you guys can kind of see this, is a reverse. He's not saying it, but it is a inverse head and shoulders. So let me just draw it for you here, guys. If you can see on his chart, he's suggesting, okay, we're bouncing off this level. We could come back up here, and then the momentum will follow up to a 60% increase. And so what would that mean? So we got the head here, or rather the first shoulder, then the head. Okay, we could bounce off, form another shoulder, and then go up 60%, which would roughly put us in here. 60% off 25 is roughly 40, which would put us in the 40-cent range. So that would be the first step to this recovery. I can see what he's saying here. It is forming, it's starting to form a reverse, or rather inverse, head and shoulders pattern on the chart. So part of this is going to depend on what is going to happen with Bitcoin. Also, if we do get some major news for XRP, something really big, like a MoneyGram type thing or something bigger, we could see some bounce. Remember, we saw a huge bounce off the XRP speculation back last year. Went up 300% just off the speculation. So anything is possible, guys. This from the Daily Hodl as well. It's that time of month again, folks. Ripple unlocks another billion XRP, promises to sell less in September. And guys, as you know, Ripple is starting to, or at least they have said that they will start to sell less XRP, putting less into the ecosystem throughout this quarter. So this is the end of quarter 3 right now. And quarter 4, I think we're going to start to see more movement. The MoneyGram CEO said that as well, that MoneyGram will really start rolling in quarter 4. We know MoneyGram is a Ripple partner. They are using RippleNet. And so what will we see? Quarter 4 is going to be an interesting time. I'm interested to just get through September. I never like to wish away time because, I don't know, I just feel like that's a bad omen. Don't wish away time. We have a finite amount of time on this earth. But in this case, September, I can take it or leave it at this point. I really want to get into quarter 4 and really start seeing what Ripple is going to do, how XRP is going to perform, not only that, the entire crypto market. And the reason I say that is because quarter 4 has historically been bad for stock market crashes. And will we see an inverse effect here? So this from crypto-XRP, that's at crypto_-XRP on Twitter. Telling us this, Apple CEO Tim Cook, essentially he links to this article, but he basically summarizes exactly what I want to talk about just in this paragraph here. So thank you, Crypto Dash, for summarizing that for me. Apple CEO Tim Cook sells millions in Apple stock. And this from Barron's. Follow the money, folks. He also mentions Warren Buffett has billions on the sidelines, and now Tim Cook is selling millions of Apple stock. This is one of the biggest, if not loudest, signals of a recession, so pay attention. It's what these multimillionaires do and not what they say, in some cases billionaires. So guys, I will link this article in the description if you want to read it further, but essentially we need to pay attention. I'm going to just bring you up the S&P 500 on the weekly. Let's do weekly. We have seen significant stock market growth over the years. We've seen a couple of big crashes in recent times. Okay, this is the dot-com bubble. And then, of course, the mortgage crisis of 2007, 2008, recovering finally in 2009. And so this is how the stock market was behaving at that time. Just as a sidebar, guys, with regards to XRP, you can see the inverse head and shoulders pattern here on the S&P 500 from that time. If you guys can't see it here, I'll draw it for you. First shoulder, the head, second shoulder, bullish rally up. Okay, so these patterns happen all the time. So just getting back to this, look at where we are now, okay? Look at how far we've come since this big decline late last decade. Let me just delete that. So stock market's seen steady growth for 10 years. We have had some blips here, okay? 2015, there was a couple of times where we thought, oh, maybe it's going to correct here. We did technically make lower lows, but it did rebound. And then we finally did make new highs in mid-2016. Kept the momentum going, okay? Then we saw this deep correction. And guys, as you can see, the higher the market is going, the deeper these corrections are becoming. We did make a new high, but right now we're in this indecisive space. Let me put this on the daily. We're hovering here, and are we going to make a new high, or are we ultimately going to make a new low? Well, the market's closed today, so we're not going to find that out today, but realistically, we have to pay attention to what these guys are doing because they know more than anybody. They have control. Some may even suggest that, you put a lot of these guys together that they can manipulate what is going on here. So if they're taking money out of their stocks, if they have money on the sidelines waiting to buy in, this is something we should be paying attention to and see how that coincides with the crypto market as well. T-Ferg Trades sent me this, and this is from I Am Legion. I just want to always give T-Ferg Trades on Twitter a shout out because he does message me these links. I'm going to bring this up here. So this I Am Legion Apple disclaimer, this material was gathered when he was in Connecticut, so he's not sure if it has been confirmed except the part about Lian. But ultimately, Apple implements Interledger via payment request API for Safari. So this was from a while ago, but he screen grabbed a couple of these here. Payment request API for Apple Pay down here. You can see the Ripple logo here, launched last month. International transfers over blockchain between 10 and 10,000 pound payments. It connects to Apple Pay and uses Touch ID. And here, from April 2018, Apple introduces Interledger API for Apple Pay payments. I Am Legion highlighting the important parts of this article. Down here, Interledger with its multi-browser support will help Apple to expand its payment services using the standard API. So the Ripple and Apple Pay connection, or at least speculation, talking about working together, if not potentially already doing so. The Lian Pay connection is indeed confirmed. Strategic partners with the Apple logo. Here's a snapshot from Ripple's website, posting some logos from some of their strategic partners here. So guys, while the CEO of Apple is indeed selling his shares, we still know that there are positive things that are happening on the horizon with cryptocurrency, with XRP in particular. Ripple making waves with partnerships, still moving forward, forging new partnerships, hammering out those contracts. I feel like we are going to come to a point where the cryptocurrency regulations will be solidified and there will be a flow of partnerships that will be announced. Apple, Alibaba, major banks, major credit cards, and a whole lot of this speculation that we tend to kind of find forums and we look at hints and what they say in articles and what they talk about at conferences. I think a lot of that is rumbling around in our heads and we have a good inclination. But once those cryptocurrency regulators finally make that final decision and the ink dries, we're going to see the price of XRP go up just based on that huge onslaught of announcements. That's my thought. And this finally from XRP_veteran, when your old friends bought XRP at $10, and this is what I've said before, and telling you to invest in cryptocurrency, I'm 50 moves ahead of you and everybody else. Have you guys seen that movie Timeless with Bradley Cooper? It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Anyways, guys, that's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.